Welcome back to the allotment project on the 24th of July. Nice dry evening. Everything's looking dry as well. So we've had some rain, but not today. Very little yesterday. Well, things are growing. Start with the beetroots. I've took most of them out now. They've all been boiled up and preserved or eaten. There's a few left. So I'll leave them in a while longer. Some of the golden beetroots have gone to seed, so left them out there. The carrots, there's a few still growing down that side. They've actually picked up this last week or so since they were weeded. Little apple bush, got a few nice apples on. In here we've got still got cucumbers growing and a few onions. Radish, they've been in about 4 days and they're doing well. 4 days. I've got a bit of coriander and a bit of basil, I think it is. Oh, parsley, sorry. Parsley, coriander and radish. The tomatoes that went in very late, I've started giving off stuff. There's some cucumbers down there. I've grown through the wire again. And then some fatty ones down there. These are like marrows, these things. Lots of mildewy stuff on the leaves again. I've got some spray today for those. Peppers. I don't know what's going on with them. The leaves are shrivelling up. That's a sign of not getting enough water, but when I put the water meter on it says it's got plenty of water. The flowers, they're actually falling off. I don't know what's happening with them. I'll just leave them, see what happens. I don't think these buckets are very good for them. More peppers there. They look like they've been watered too much because they're yellowing, whereas the ones at the back look okay. I don't know. I think the soil's too poor, but we'll remedy that next year or later this year, as you'll see in a bit. GoldenEye beetroot, poor quality soil, and we've got absolutely no beetroots on. Poor quality soil, and they're bolted. See where the theme's going with this one. But the other ones, the bolt hardies, red ones, they're growing. They're edible, they taste good. These are the small ones that are left in. Something like such as that can come out now. That's ready for picking. And the carrots have picked up. So over there we have GoldenEye, poor soil. Over here we have GoldenEye, fresh soil. And we've got them growing. There's a nice big one through there. I don't think we can see that. Let's have a look down here. And we've got tops on them all. There we go. Same again. Let's have a look at these over there. Cabbages, cauliflowers and sprouts. Same soil, poor quality. Fresh soil. Cauliflowers, good 3 foot tall. Broccoli, mega tall. Sprouts, really good. And over there, poor quality, rubbish. Different soil, a lot better. So soil does make all the difference. They're parsnips under there. I haven't pulled any out because they're nowhere near ready yet anyway, but they're growing quite well. That row at the back there, that's parsnips. It's good soil, really well. Poor soil, even with feed, even with fertiliser, manure, hardly pulling through. Obviously all the strawberries are finished now, been overrun with weeds. Fruit tree's dead. Same again, poor soil. But the strawberries have thrived in the poor soil. The fruit bushes have died in the poor soil. And here we go. Sprouts. Sprouts. Absolute rubbish. This soil is terrible. Full of weed, full of stones, full of glass. Potatoes. I had a box of potatoes that were sprouting, so I put them in there. I'll leave them till Christmas, see what happens. That cabbage. Oh, actually it's a cauliflower that cauliflower and those cauliflowers were seeded at the same time as those over there, right in the corner. Here we've got, I think these are Savoy cabbage. Nothing. This area here had a little better quality soil, and I've got a cabbage, or 2 or 3. Still not good, but better than that crap. A few carrots. My son gave me them, he had nowhere to put them, I put them in. They've grown well. So carrots grow in poor quality soil, beetroots grow in poor quality soil. Some cabbages do, but some don't. These cabbages, I don't know what variety these are. I think these were a gift. And there was a label somewhere. The label's gone again. Anyway, moral of the story, the soil, rubbish. Have a look in here. Right, now tomatoes. Marmalade tomatoes, these. They're growing nice. They're ready for picking. The water meter says it's wet underneath. The leaves suggest otherwise. In here, you put your fingers down and it feels dry, but the water meter says it's wet. As you can see, they're dying off because I've been trying to keep the water down. So from today, they're going to get watered every day. Water meter means nothing, just telling you there's moisture there, but there's not enough moisture for that plant to pull into the leaves. So I've been doing this for 10 days. I've been leaving them to dry out for about 2 to 3 days, depending on what the meter says. Then I've been watering them and then waiting till they dry out again, and they're not looking very good. The big one at the back has had its own water because of all the fruit that's on it. And these cucumbers have had more water than the rest of these peppers and onions, which the meter says it's wet, but it's obviously not wet enough. And there's one tomato there with tomatoes on, and it's growing out the concrete base from underneath there. I can't fathom it out. Anyway, they're going to get more water. These have had water, they've got mildew, the leaves are dying off. I think this one's actually finished. Don't think there's any on this one now. I think it's yeah, that's for going, that one. So that one can come out. Oh no, it can't. There's one there at the back. So they're going to get more water. So it's all about trying to do the right thing, but then understanding when it's not working. So common sense tells you they're too dry. Technology says they're too wet. There we go anyway. All the fruiting is more or less finished now. There's a few raspberries over there. They're starting to come through again. These have started to come through again. Only small ones, but they do taste nice in the morning. But that one won't see the morning. Cut the grass yesterday. It's quite good actually. All the strawberries finished, but the ground is drying out. As you can see, it's shrinking. So these strawberries will stay here, but the beds will be doubled up and a new layer of soil will be put in. So we'll take all the strawberries out, take all the weeds out, double the size of the height of the beds, fill it with soil, make it easier for me to pick, and it'll give it a fresh start, because a lot of that is manure under there and it's too dry. Manure does not hold water. Don't care what people say, oh, get your manure in and it'll hold the water. It doesn't. It dries out very quickly. You might put a layer there to keep the water underneath it, but if you don't get the water past the manure into the ground, it just evaporates off. So soil's going on there, and those, all these. They're all going to get weeded. Beds are going to be doubled up, and then we're going to net this area completely. These flowers are spreading like wildfire. Aren't they nice? This one's going to get dragged out there. Sorry about that. Gladioli, more or less finished now. Dahlias, more or less finished. One or two coming through. So, dahlias and gladioli. I'm going to go in here. This is going to get turned over. Some new soil in. We're going to go in there. I managed to get over the six planks so far. I came out of that garage there. Apparently the council's turfed them out, so those planks have come over here. This bed here with these strawberries in, these are real good quality strawberries. pretty low with soil actually. So the plan is with these, maybe starting tomorrow, all those strawberries are coming out, like clematis is coming out, and they're going to go over here. I'm going to put them in there, temporary, fill it up with soil. As you can see, I've got 20 tonne of soil, so they're going to go in there. All these leeks, which is quite a few of them, will be going in that bed where that clematis is, so I can get a nice deep bed for the leeks. So that's going to happen tomorrow. These raspberries, these are a late variety, but for some reason, because they're in the bed, they dry out too quick, so they get watered. Even when it's rained on them, they'll get watered. Lupins are finished, all gone to seed. As you can see, it's splitting open, seeds going everywhere. Lots of seeds. If anybody liking it, lupin seeds, drop me a message with your address and I'll send some over in an envelope. Here we go. Seeds come out as easy as that. So they're all splitting. They'll all be gone in a week or so. So if you want any, let me know. Fresh soil again. We have parsnips, golden eye beetroot, and a few onions doing well. Fresh soil, but it was that rubbish sandy stuff. They're starting to grow now because I think the roots are getting down to where I put all that waste matter underneath. There's a couple gone completely, but we'll see what happens with them. Beans growing right at the top. Lots of runner beans. I've had lots and lots off there, and there's still lots more to come. Onions again. Parsnips. That cabbage down there, I think the sprouts are covering them, stopping the light get to them, but I can't do nothing about that now. There's a few beans up there actually, you can probably see them. The last crop of peas I put in, I think we need to go inside to see those. There we go. And there we are, there's some growing. So if the weather holds out, I might just get a late crop. Keep pulling the weeds out. Don't seem to make much difference. Yeah, oh, quite tall in here. I cropped these yesterday, so there'll be no more for a couple of days. That looks like it's been snapped off. Probably the wind maybe. Yeah, that's gone. So these small ones, in a couple of days, we'll be able to pick them. I know it looks like I've not been weeding, but I have been weeding. Trust me, the bin is full. The weed bin. Blackberries, I've had lots of blackberries off those bushes. Raspberries. Sweet peas smell gorgeous. Into the tomatoes and the peppers. These are cucumbers as well, yellow cucumbers. And green ones, spiky ones those. Same again. Well, water meter says it's wet underneath, but the top section, I can't break it. There you go. It does actually feel damp, but the soil's compressed itself. So the pots work, but I think you need to break the soil up more. And yeah, I think they've all gone over now. Tomatoes are growing. These need tying up today. More tomatoes. We've got some red ones down the bottom. Let's have a look if we can see. Here we go. There we go. I think that's a variety called Moneymaker. They're red cherry, so they're those small ones, those type, small. A couple of red ones down there. Somewhat. And these are a bit smaller. Some more. We do have labels. There's labels on every one. But where they've gone, I don't know. Anyway. Yep. I think they're Moneymaker as well. That's amazing how you put labels on and they just disappear. Oh, there we go. Red cherry, those are small ones again. So the red cherry labels are there. Oh, those are marmalade. Oh. And then the peppers. They're growing quite well in here. Got a few tiny flowers coming through now. These were watered yesterday. Yeah, these were watered yesterday. And you see the soil's a lot better. These are compost bags. Same again. Good soil, growing great. Soil from outside. Rock hard, dry, full of weed. All down soil, yeah, again. The wild seeds that I threw down a few months back. Give nice coverage. The beans that were tossed out, they've created these plants. Broccoli, and underneath here parsnips again. Parsnips, yeah. Broccoli, I'm not going to grow it again, it's really difficult, but apparently it can grow into a 3-foot bush, and it takes a few months to get your broccoli. Butterfly eggs. So I had a bit yesterday. It said to cut the centre stalk out, and I did. I've cut the centre stalk out, but it's just sending it wild. So I really don't know what I'm doing wrong with it. There's only that one turned. There's no broccoli anywhere else. So I'm going to leave it until it dies. And we'll see what happens with it. That's if these little creatures will leave me alone. Every day I take hundreds of eggs. I can't see any other broccoli growing. So maybe that particular plant has bolted for whatever reason, and the rest of them might grow. There's a lot of yellow leaves. Cauliflowers. And there were two cauliflowers. I've grown cauliflowers quite a few times and I've never had leaves like this. All the energy seems to be going into the leaves. But there are two cauliflowers in here somewhere. Same again, leave them until the frost gets them or the slugs eat them. These are those golden eye. There's another one there. This is the golden eye beetroot. Oops, hang on. There we go. And I think I showed last time, there are, if you look down on the stems, at the end of the leaf that touches the stem, that's where the sprouts come out and you can just see them. I've never had good luck with sprouts. Had a few last year, but nothing really good. These are the best ones I've ever had, but they've got good soil. All this soil under here is good soil. It came from my son's. I dug it out from the back of his garden. There's actually 2 tons of soil put into here, and it's done quite well. So when all this lot's finished, I'll put some good stuff into the soil, ready for next year. I was going to put the polytunnel all the way down here, but it seems a waste with all this good soil. Weeds everywhere. That's a weed. So I think I might have imagined these two cauliflowers because I can't see them. Time to go across the building site. When all this lot's died down, I'm going to level it out and throw all the old soil from that pile over there onto it. I'm sure I've not imagined these collies. There's one. There we go. There's one growing down there. Not very big for the size of the leaves. And there is another one somewhere. Looks like we've got caterpillars down here. Yep. Eating everything. Yep. There we go. Well, I found one of the two. There's one. I did see another one somewhere. Hunt the collie. And the eggs. Some more eggs over there. Get those later. And to jump inside. Looks quite good actually, doesn't it? It's like a meadow. I say Johnson's side, but he's actually just touching my edge there. Oh, this wilderness here belongs to this side, but I like it like this, so I'm leaving it. Here's some nuts. Flowers everywhere. There we go. Some of these fruit trees have got like climbing ivy stuff all over them. There's one there. All this needs. The tree's a good tree. It needs all this taken off. Jonathan, if you're watching this, you're not doing your job very well. Sims has told you last time, pull it from the bottom. Oh, Jonathan, I found your gooseberry bush as well. If you're watching, there we go. We thought the slugs had this bush. I need to put some gloves on really for this. So your gooseberry bush is there, Jonathan. This vine, this wild vine, pull it from the bottom, cut it off, but leave it till it dies off before you take it off your tree, because it'll pull all your leaves off otherwise. So let that die off now. I'll be very careful taking it off. There we go. You can see where the tree's been grafted. You can see where the vine is actually sticking into the bark. There we go. And that's his other tree. I think it's killed that one. Pear tree, I think. Yep, pear tree. Granny Smith apples. That's what it says it is, but they're not Granny Smith apples. I think somebody's labelled that one wrong. It's definitely not the same apple. No way. And hazelnut tree there. That's from my garden at home. Anyway, bit of luck there finding that gooseberry. I've lost it yet? No, I've not. There it is. I'll take all that off in a couple of days if he doesn't do it. Save the tree. Limeweed's terrible. It's like an ivy, but it grows a lot faster. There we go, Campton's beetroots. Got 4 on that one. Needs more water, Jonathan. More water. Or you could pick them like that, pickle them. Peas. Yep. Still quite a few left. Parsnips. Peas. Potatoes. Carrots. Sunflowers. More carrots. Runner beans, no, these are broad beans actually, sorry. Broad beans, they need picking now. They're just starting to turn black now, so they need picking. I've used all mine already. Sweet corn, looking great. I did take one of those cabbages home, and there's loads on them. They're as heavy as a 10-pin ball. Potatoes. These onions. Look at this. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, there's another one here. That looks like the birds have been in. Yep. Jonathan, your cabbages have been attacked now. Something's eaten them. That one over there. Probably pigeons. You could save the middle of it maybe, but look how much they've eaten. That's terrible. What a waste of a good cabbage. Still got 2 good ones. Broad beans are far bigger than the ones I had. And when you start seeing black on them like this, it's time to pick them. Corn are just starting. Doing really good. You got some fresh soil there. Into his greenhouse. Now we have tomatoes, cucumbers. Yep. We've got a few of that. A grapevine, I think he said that was. More tomatoes. Don't know what variety these are, but they're looking quite. Oh, that one's come off. Oh, sorry, Jonathan. That's garden soil, that. Gone hard. Whole branches come down. That needs propping up. It's peas. Oh, the rhubarb. That's come along now. That's good. Peas. Looks like somebody's been standing on them. Yep. Or somebody's been standing on them. It's a big footprint. Strawberries. Peanut plants have had it. They haven't survived. So that's the look around for today. We've not had one for a while, so it's gone on a bit longer than I thought. Time to water. Get these transplanted tomorrow. Be okay till tomorrow, get them transplanted. And get everything watered now and call it a night. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I do have 3 other videos that I've done previous to this and each one cut off. So if I do put them on, be prepared for them to just get cut off. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Have a nice night now.